to go live here. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back up. Hey everybody. Or anybody. Let's see. Guess what? Guess what? Hey, there's one viewer. Say hi. We're out Maiden voyage on this boat, and I'm hoping he doesn't get stranded because I don't know how reliable that thing is. This is where we are. You can tell it's super windy. If you're from Washington, this is about 10 miles from Grand Coulee Dam. Welcome everybody. We got Sir Paul Elkins out here driving a American Boathead original, possibly having engine troubles, we'll see. Like I said, maiden voyage, it could be. We've had a lot of bad things happen today already, so. Are you stuck? Okay. Hopefully you can make it back, or I can throw you an oar. I thought I could smell it earlier.
I just make sure I don't bump it with my foot.
Yeah, it's not a very secure contact. It's just so it sparks in between. Don't worry if you wreck it. That'll make two of us. I'd give you a hand, but I want to watch this happen. No.
There we go. Go.
Look at this, it's all broken. I broke this trying to leak water out of it.
That's a fun ride.
Yeah,
I
so.
don't know about that accelerator, but it is kind of
Yeah, that was a gamble there.
fun though. I'm glad you experimented. If
Yeah.
you don't experiment, you don't know.
You'd probably laugh if you saw what was going on inside of it.
Oh no, I see what's going on.
I should have gone with full speed forward, full speed back. Actually, I should have just used the regular controller out of the head of the freaking controlling motor. Yeah. Although on one reason, I can smell the burning. One reason it do get hot, which is weird, but main controller, yeah. But maybe it's just, what happens. The way these things work is really weird anyways. It's the size of the wire dictates how fast, it's like a resistance thing rather than, so like when you're going, you have 12 volts and you don't have a voltage regulator, you just have a small wire,
Yeah.
a medium-sized wire, and a big wire.
That's with 3 speed.
Yeah. So it's almost like a garden hose.
For the faster, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's still, I guess it still equals less power used at a low speed, but it seems weird. So then you have this small wire heating up because it's resisting the amperage, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. You can see a lot of the water that leaked into these
Channels.
Yeah, they're tinted white from the cockpit didn't cure because I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's still, I figured, well, that's still only past one barrier. It still has to be penetrated. But I bet it's that whole back crack.
Yeah.
I bet.
Just have several little issues. I think
Yeah.
you're coming
New
close.
throttle.
But what's impressive is the lightweightness of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think
Yes.
even the floor, I'm considering ripping out the polycarbonate and just remaking it with styrofoam so it keeps the lightness, some of the rigidity, but I don't have another layer of wood because the wood needs to be waterproofed, and in my experience epoxy and fiberglass is the only way to really waterproof the joints,
It's true.
so then you got more and more weight.
No, it's what I did with my first boat. It was just epoxy paint
Yeah.
over bare wood. So forever it was just shiny looking boat, you know.
Yeah.
And that, when I used Gorilla Glue on that one and some ring shank nails,
Uh-huh.
bronze ring shanks.
Yeah.
And never leaked.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Little
Did you
Sally
have-
did though.
Yeah. And you had like a 1x2 in the middle of the angle, or no?
I had one by. Okay, what
like
it
some
was,
kind of wood
the
in
first boat that I made, the Liberty boat, was 1x12,
Oh, right. You
Sides.
yeah.
curved and cut,
Yeah.
and then the 1/4-inch marine plywood on top and bottom, one sheet.
Yeah.
And then the second one was, I just used birch. I didn't use marine plywood. There's 1/4-inch birch that I got from somewhere. On that I had it glass. I had somebody glass the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back then it was cheap, $250 or something. Did a nice job.
Yeah. Which is your favorite boat? I feel like the Miss Sally is the most popular.
Still Miss
famous.
Sally.
Yeah.
It's still kind of my favorite.
Yeah. And that was your second one. Yeah. Yeah.
It's my second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said, I had, first one was just a paddle boat, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was like, this is fun. And then I made a spinnaker for it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
soda,
Yeah.
triangle with a little bellow wing to it.
Uh-huh.
That was fun. And then of course I had to have the, I put a sideboard on it for control, right, daggerboard
Yeah,
type
okay,
thing on the
yeah.
side. And then I bought at some secondhand store. I bought a trolling motor for like $25, real small. So it only got me maybe 1.5, 2 knots if I was lucky. But it was fun because, you know, I had a controller right between my legs on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And I would hit anything and the motor would pop up, no big deal.
So you could run over rocks.
Right. I could
Yeah.
go into these estuaries that I could never access. I'd lay down in my boat, right? Just come up to a group of birds under a ocean or whatever. Just, I have fond memories of that boat. It's cool. Then, so the Little Miss Sally was, let's make a boat. It's pure electric. I wanted to hit waves better. So let's make a dory style. It's a little wider for more control.
Yeah, you realize. Yeah.
Yeah, although I never took over, I want a little more, so I went to 26 or 28-inch wood. Yeah, went from there.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, let's put this thing on top I could forget controls, and you know, it's like, I got to take care of it.
And then all of a sudden you're eating seafood out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Iconic.
Yeah. Well, I do art too. I'm an artist, so I like things to look nice.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of
You could tell you had thought about the shape and the design.
right. Played with it so it's both functional and good.
Yeah. There's a guy from Denmark on here.
Should we get your boat before it floats?
Oh, just let it go. Just let it go. Get sucked down the dam. It's already served its purpose.
Yeah. Hey, we can swap boats. I'll take it home.
Yeah. You don't have room for it.
I don't.
I'm gonna ground it. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll just get stranded out there. Why did it turn, I wonder?
Oh,
Hey, that was a dumb idea there.
We'll have to rescue it then.
I might have to go wade in there.
Nah,
Actually,
nonsense. Here, I'll get my oar.
I might go across the other side too.
Or maybe it is going to take a turn.
Yeah. I don't want to go swimming today. I thought it would keep going all the way to there. I'll be darned. Give me that oar, you jerk.
You're on the wrong side.
What side is it going to reach?
There you go. Oh, I think you might like wind in his face.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Oh shit, I thought I
Wow.
was filming this. It was in photo mode. Damn it.
10 seconds away from having to go swimming.
Yeah?
I was gonna take off my shoes, drop my keys, and
Oh, you really?
oh yeah.
I would have put my boat back together and gone for it and stayed dry.
It could have been miles away.
Did you bring an extra pair of clothes?
Oh, that was fun. Oh. How embarrassing. How classic was that?
That was super classic. Unfortunately, I thought I was filming it.
I thought I was too. I wasn't pointed the right direction.
I got a photo just as you rescued it.
Yeah. Ugh. Yes, the bottom is transparent. Especially when it's... Yeah.
It was a clear lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wind has never disappeared, but... Yeah, I tried to push my boat from way back there. I thought it would land here. And instead it went... and started floating out to the open ocean. So I had to grab some paddles from Paul, and I just got it at the very end of the dock. Bottom is transparent. I have the top on it, but it's over there. It's kind of funny, I tilted it up to drain water out of the front, and I forgot that the top swivels, so it flew open and busted off. Just broke off the little swivel point there. It was pretty funny. I don't even care anymore. It leaks too. Typical. Hello. So you're getting that all folded up.
Oh, forgot how I folded it. Alright, do this.
Just tie it.
Oh, it's like this. That's it. Okay. And then, okay, now I remember. Yeah, go for it. Now, move it.
Yeah.
So, where do you plan to go from here? Are you gonna head back home?
Oh yeah, unless you want to get lunch somewhere.
Well,
Either way.
the better place, no. I think there's a place either, how about Grand Coulee?
Yeah.
Is that kind of easy
Yeah.
direction for you?
Yeah.
Rather than succeed.
Yeah. She's a nice nice lady.
She's off the wall. She's great though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very welcoming right away.
Yeah. I'm kind of liking this boat. I wish I had a better. Wish I had the old coroplast.
Yeah. But you can't fold it the same, could you?
No, I mean the coroplast was just this, but it's higher quality of 4mm plastic.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, really? Yeah.
this is I don't even know Corex or it's a Chinese knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
You slip down the fluids, you can see they're not totally boxed. They're all.
Oh, yeah.
Then I put the sheet on. The other day, making the sides of my Prius.
It's a little deer.
I got my 4x8 work table. I throw my sheet, brand new sheet I got from Home Depot's on the table, and I put it down. Damned if it isn't curved. The whole sheet just.
Oh, there's a bad factory cut.
No, it was. So the flutes are like longitudinal like this.
Oh,
It was
okay.
bent like this.
Oh,
the whole
weird.
sheet. Never seen it.
So then if you did try to make a fold, it would probably be like,
Yeah, you couldn't get
Curved off.
accurate with a sheet at all. So you cut along down the flute, and all of a sudden you'd be jumping in another one.
yeah, I ran into a similar, oh yeah, same issue, cutting the bottom of my transparent floor there is right towards the midline. I start curving in, it gets thinner. It doesn't just curve up, it kind of narrows, and then when I go to cut it, it angle opens like 5 of them just.
Luckily
So-
you weren't going to where if you missed it, if you go into the hole, it just kind of
Yeah.
off, right?
Yeah, ideally, yeah. And a lot of the curve was above the water line anyways, but it made it hard to cut and stay on line too.
It's learned it's like a jigsaw is better.
To the right.
When did you do that?
I think I actually went ghetto and screwed it all down and used a grinder, kind of pulled along the edge. But that's my water bottle I littered out there.
Oh, it's mine. Shit. Okay.
It'll wash up.
Oh, mine's here. Yeah, it's yours.
That's what our parking pass was for.
Mhm.
Pay somebody to pick that up.
I'd give him something to do.
Yeah. But yeah, I just grinded it off and melted my way through, but it made a really ugly edge because you'd have a nice smooth line and then a big open like channel and then a smooth and channel.
Yeah.
It looked really ugly.
I haven't. This is why I don't join flutes kind of like
Mm-hmm.
what you do on the water line. But I do a little bit on the putting the decking on the speedboat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll just play tape on the edge with the corner. Lasts for a couple outings and you gotta replace it.
Yeah, I wondered if like some kind of roof flashing tape has got like some tar kind of mixed in it, or I don't know. There's got to be some way to. Of course, nothing would be flexible.
I've got a lot of ideas where I want to join fluted plastic together with curved members, and so
Mhm.
how do you do that?
Yeah.
I've done it with Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape doesn't have any give to it, so if it's on a curve, you get the little wrinkles.
Bridges. Yeah. Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
And then if you cut those,
Yeah,
then you're
compromised.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
just-
strength anymore.
So yeah, I just live with the wrinkles. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'd love.
And they don't leak, or is it on the top?
It's on the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the automatic.
Yeah.
But I'd love to one of my favorite shelters is that dome.
Mm.
It's just kind of, if you saw it, it was made out of campaign signs.
Oh yeah.
And it was filmed inside my apartment. I never really took it outside or tested it, but inside was the bomb. I took the remaining boards that I took from the campaign signs that were hanging out in the open. I took 2x4s and all the other 1x2s, screws, and I made furniture and bed platforms and tables. It was just the coolest little place to hang out.
You at least wait till the elections are over before you go steal them.
I do now.
Yeah.
When I was, I was like, here I am. Got this idea, and I just need the material, and fuck it.
Do you find anything comforting about being in such a small little space, whether it's a boat or a little shelter? Or is it just a problem that you work around as a designer of? Like, you're confined to this amount of space, how can I have a table fold out, blah, blah, blah? Or do you actually, like, gravitate towards having a small cocoon type of...
I think it started, actually, I've thought about that. People have asked me that question. When I was, like, 16, we moved into this old funky house, and I lived upstairs, and it wasn't drywall, but it was framed. But anyway, I made my little office in the closet, so it was only this wide, right? About that deep. So I kind of did the bookshelf thing up here, drawing pads and mixing. I just really love that space for hanging out, not away from my fucking parents.
Yeah, a little quieter.
Yeah. It was just my little cocoon. I was sharing the bedroom with my brother.
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's what gave me the likeness. And it is kind of weird living in those little spaces. If you try to live in them or stay in them, because then you got the problem of air circulation, trying to heat it.
Yeah.
Then you don't want to rebreathe
Carbon
your air,
monoxide.
all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, this is where the guys in Europe have figured out to use fans and heaters and solar panels and all this shit to make it cool, and they love it.
Yeah.
It's just, sometimes there's just room for two of them, right? You got a little table and they're drinking their hot toddy or whatever the fuck they're drinking, and
I need to look into that more. I love that.
yeah, there's two guys from that group who've done a lot of filming.
Oh, okay. A lot of material on it.
You do like velomobile camper, or do German translate.
Oh, okay.
You might want to do that. I've never done that. That's a good idea for the title.
And just have subtitles or something? Or?
No, just for Google Translate. Do you ever use Google Translate?
Yeah.
Go in there and type in English, bicycle camper in German. Copy and paste that into your search.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then do regalia or meetup or whatever. Yeah, they come up often on my feed now.
Yeah, I suppose you also have to remember that your space in there is going to be primarily for sleeping, cooking, and being out of the weather for a possible stretch.
That's it.
But you have options of like sitting outside of it with other people and eating outside,
right
or
outside the door, right?
Yeah.
It's like any other camping trip.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you break it down, unless you need the privacy, a lot of it can be done outside.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could sleep on the ground too, but
Well, you built something like it with your boat that you slept in, well, kind of right there. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
claustrophobic. Everything is kind of like got its place, so you're always constantly fidgeting to make sure you're not sitting on something. It's weird.
Yeah.
When I did the week there at Burning Man, one girl I remember, she brought a tent, a big tent, cute gal. I was camping with her in the same camp. Didn't know her, but one day she walks up to me and I've got the door open in my camper and I'm doing this and doing that. She's like, "Why are you always fidgeting around your camper?" And I looked in her tent, and all her shit's on the floor.
Yeah,
That's all
that's
she needed.
why.
Go through her clothing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like she had a point. It's kind of embarrassing, but
For her or for you?
me,
Yeah.
I was like kind of embarrassed. It's like, this is supposed to be a wonderful thing, and you're making fun of me.
Yeah,
But she had every right, because it does make you fidget a lot.
I'm sure.
Like now, like I said, I left home, everything had its place, and now it's just like a bomb on the inside. At least I kept some of it.
And then you wind up just clearing off the bed to go sleep in it, and then
Shut it off. Put the boat under the car. That's one thing I did. And then put a note. Get the boat before driving away. So you don't drive over the fucking
yeah,
boat.
don't forget.
No, really, that's what I did.
I would. Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Yeah,
I would totally do something like that.
it totally worked. Just having it under there. Kept it dry. And I had more room to move. Fuck, that first night was cool.
Yeah.
It was unexpected.
Yeah, it's always creepy trying to get heat without dying from the air. Like, apparently propane is pretty clean, but not only does it get so hot you can burn the thing down, but also it's not always clean. The canister
Still
can
creating
leak.
carbon monoxide.
Yeah, even just breathing, right?
And you can't breathe it, can't taste it
Yeah.
until you're like. And I've played enough in these little shelters where I've tried playing on stoves, and I've gotten to the point where I gotta
Oh, you
open
could
the
feel it?
doors.
Yeah.
It's like probably killed 2 billion brain cells
Probably.
in that one.
Yeah.
They have their pros and cons. More than anything, they're cute.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can jump in there on a fair day, crack the door, and it's nice. You're nice and safe.
Well, and if you can handle it, in contrast, you can have a towable RV trailer. It has everything plus a kitchen sink, but it either takes up half of your driveway, or you pay to store it at a storage place 9 months out of the year or more, and it's basically a house on wheels where you're really not being that slick, really. Just kind of, yeah.
We've got a 63 Aloha camper that we love. It's 13 feet long.
Oh yeah,
It's got
perfect.
the double bed, kitchen, and the bench seats.
With a table that drops for another
Never
bed, or
drop it.
no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just us.
Yeah.
And my wife, so
Yeah.
we bought a brand new real mattress. 4
Yeah,
foot wide.
that's a big deal too.
Fit perfect.
Uh-huh.
Comfortable as ever. No heater, no running water, just electricity
Nothing to go wrong.
and propane.
Yeah.
Well,
For like
there's
cooking.
always things to go wrong,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But for the most part, we like the simplistic part of it. We would like someday to maybe get a water system, but really, we just bring in 4-gallon jugs all the time. When we go camping, fill up 3-gallon round jugs.
With a little,
Right?
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
we just fill up the gallon ones with that. It's all in the back of the truck doing that shit, but it's something to do.
Yeah, really. Part of camping, the fun of camping is all those weird tasks.
Yeah. It's like shower time, honey. Okay, I'll get the bag.
Yeah.
Get the solar shower bag. Lay it on the table. Get the kettle going.
Oh, yeah.
In about 10 minutes, it's hot. Pour that in, another half-gallon, and hang it in your little shower tent.
Yeah.
Pop-up tent, and you have a nice.
How many gallons does that?
Not even a gallon.
Really?
You get a nice shower.
For a
Wash your
enjoyable
body.
shower, yeah.
Or not.
You're not like
No,
soaking,
you
yeah.
just do it.
Yeah.
And all the necessities, the tits, the crotch,
Yeah.
the hair, face.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've been
Gallon.
doing that for years.
Because I always wondered, I'd see people with the ABS or PVC pipe along the length of their truck or something with a nozzle on the back, and I'm like,
Painted black.
yeah,
Right?
to heat it up, I guess.
Yeah.
I was like, how long does that much water last? And apparently, it's most of the pressure can be gravity, which is good, or you can pressurize it. But I bet you that's a good 4 or 5 gallons, really, if it's 4 inches or
Yeah,
6, and
no,
it's
I'd say
pretty
yeah.
long. Yeah,
4 or 5.
gallon of paint isn't much bigger than that.
Right. I've
Yeah.
seen a few of those, and it's like that's slick. And I've seen a little air valve.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, shit, if you had a little hinge on it, just
tilt it.
tilt it up there,
Uh-huh.
you get at least some kind of pressure.
Yeah,
Even out of the shower bag, it's a trick.
that's
but
all gravity, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you know the bag's here at the top of it, and then the nozzle is only about 2 feet long, so get it about down to here, and that's it. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
And we got one of those quick pop-up shower tents. It's like 3 foot by 6 foot. One room's for showering, the other is for dressing.
Mm-hmm.
We put a toilet in there too during
Yeah.
COVID. Their
Yeah.
own toilet,
Huh.
with kitty litter and bucket.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that the trick? Yeah, and then
Works
you can
really
dump it
good.
out somewhere, or is it
No.
a dump?
We
Put it
get
in a
the,
bag thing?
Yeah, we get the biodegradable bags,
Uh-huh.
and then throw in some kitty litter. If we have to do a dump, do that a little more. And when no one's looking, tie it up, throw it in the,
Yeah, I wonder
camping
what
canister.
is kitty litter. Some kind of it's a rock base, isn't it? Some kind of a powdered.
It depends. There's
Yeah, I suppose
multiple
it does,
kinds.
yeah.
Some are wood,
Some
some
are-
is clay.
So most of it's pretty biodegradable, though.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah. Especially if you get something that's not super scented, maybe. Well,
Yeah.
I'm scent. Yeah.
Now we get the non-scent.
Yeah. So then you have a little scoop there.
Yeah. Little scoop. We have 2 buckets.
Sift it
one
on
for
there when you're
shitting on.
done.
I think
Yeah.
we, I'm on Amazon, got the toilet
Mhm.
seat that's on there. Then the other holds the toilet paper,
Oh yeah, yeah.
extra bags, and kitty litter.
Oh. And I suppose if you wanted, I don't know if it's clean enough actually, but you could empty the receptacle one and shove the other one in it, but it would probably make the outside of that one dirty. I don't know.
The bags that we get look real
Oh, you
thin
use a
and
bag.
flimsy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we're using
Yeah, so you
these
could do that.
green biodegradable
Uh-huh.
bags. And they're pretty, we've had them just like topped out.
Yeah.
Right.
Bomb.
Right. It's mostly urine, but
Yeah.
no, they're pretty good.
That's fun.
We just did it that one year when we wanted to go camping during COVID. We didn't
Mhm.
want to use the
Public restroom.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone kind of freaking out. Why
Oh
not?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, that was it proved to work.
Yeah.
We figured out high quality kitty litter is what you want.
Yeah.
Unscented. It's surprisingly odorless.
Huh. Yeah. I always envisioned using sawdust for some reason. I think I'd heard maybe in composting toilets do they use sawdust?
They do.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I thought of that. But
Also, wood pellets.
maybe
Right.
they
Yeah.
puff up when
They
you.
do.
Yeah.
Right. And those work great. I've heard a lot of people in tiny homes, they have buckets. They swear by it.
Yeah. I
They're
mean,
each using their own thing. There's a few things that work.
yeah. Don't mess with a good thing that works.
And the funny thing is, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's actually just about as common as eating.
Yeah.
And it's almost the same thing, but it stinks.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't stink, and if you get a good contained vessel, you never.
Well,
It's
and that's the
never
other
an
thing
issue.
is you're not inside the trailer doing that around everybody else. You're outside, and the scent probably leaves immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you're in a trailer, there practically has to be a rule about not doing that in there,
Oh yeah.
because it just, yeah, it's a small contained space, and then you got that in your tank, and
Yeah. No. Good point. We
Kinda
really
funny.
have never done it in our camper. We've talked about adding, because that's the only thing we really like. Is to get out once.
yeah,
So that's a hassle. Usually we just go outside.
open the door or something. Yeah.
It'd be nice if it's raining. That's the thing. If
Yeah,
it's raining
exactly.
and windy. God damn it, you laid
Yeah.
there for 10 minutes. God damn it.
Why don't we have a bathroom?
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess we get loaded up now.
Yeah.
Most boring part. Right. Well, I hope that was fun to watch. If anybody's still there. Terry Wheelock's World. I will be posting a tiny boat cabin boat design tomorrow evening on my channel. Send me a link, homie. We gotta see that. Paul Elkins there for a minute. That's kind of fun, right? I know it wouldn't be a very cool, interesting live, but you know, if a bunch of people were to get on and ask questions, I could have theoretically asked the man. But you know, people don't really see this until hours later. They probably don't last till 36 minutes. But for all of you that were here, Mr. Jorgensen and Wheelock and Greg and Rodlid and hey, your oar there, Mr. Cheerius. Oh yeah, the experience there. Can't wait to show you some footage. But I'm not much of a YouTuber anymore. But we had ups and downs for sure. I mean, I freaking crashed my boat at least 3 times. At the very end, I got cocky and tried to push it to the shore, and then the wind picked up right then and blew the fudger halfway out, and I almost had to jump in my birthday suit to go swim and get it. The water's pretty cold, and how do I know why the water's cold? It's because my boat had a massive leak in it, and my pantalones are covered in agua, completely soaked. I mean, I had like 2 inches of water in there by the end. My speed controller was sparking, but it was cool. We went out and rode around, and Paul had his paddle kayak, so we kind of hooked up, and I tooled around with the electric motor, and which was good because it was pretty windy out here. Got the electric motor going, and it worked out real well. Let me set you back up here. We had some good talks, commiserated about YouTube, and talked about stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. Get this here. If you ain't leaking, that means you ain't mini boating. Might be an indication of where we were leaking from here. That's interesting. My wife is not going to be happy about this. Look, it's just bubbling out there. This caulk only had 1 day to dry or cure or whatever caulk does, and so it was totally letting water in those channels. And then all it took was one of the top pieces to be penetrated in some way, and you know, it was flooding like crazy. This water is going to be coming out for a minute. I might let it leak out here. It was pretty gnarly. And then my stupid top fell off because I tilted it forward to drain the water out, and I forgot that it was on swivel, and it went flying up and broke off. Surprisingly, the windows stayed in it. It's a lot of funny stuff. A lot of funny stuff happened. New design for a tiny boat. It will fold into a backpack. That'd be badass, dude. One very thin line of defense, so even if there was a screw or something I forgot to patch up, maybe a couple more days of curing time would have solved a lot of it. It's a risk. That's another thing, is I can't wait for battery technology to get lighter. It is pretty light. It's also not like a large one.
Is this is a deep cycle?
It is. Yeah.
Where'd you get it? No, wait a minute now.
It says, well, it's at least maybe deep cycle power. Doesn't necessarily mean it's deep cycle, but from what I could tell, it's marine and not a starting battery, so. And then also it's from Walmart, so they have a kind of a warranty.
Here's the thing, like on my charger, 2 settings, regular gel cell or deep cycle.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So you gotta know. Now the one that I bought,
Yeah.
they fooled me by saying marine RV.
Yeah.
And oh, of course it's got a deep cycle.
Yeah.
No.
So it gets ruined after a few charges or discharges, or.
Well, I was wondering when I was trying to charge it on deep cycle, why it wasn't working when it was all over the lane. It would say deep cycle. So I hooked it to regular and started charging, and while I was charging, I thought, oh, let's hook this battery up. So the Costco site, hey, there it is. There's some comments. And I looked, it was like 64% liked, but
Yeah.
a lot of negatives. And come to find out, people were doing some investigating and were saying, yeah, they changed their brand out to the Kirkland brand.
Uh-huh.
And it's not as good, doesn't hold the charge at all. Lasts a few times and it's nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying,
I should have looked up Classic.
you didn't break the screen, did you?
No.
Good case.
Yeah. It's falling apart, but it still works, I guess. What were we talking about? Batteries? Yeah, I should have looked it up, because even now, you can get clever with that stuff. They call it marine deep cycle power, and maybe that's deniable plausibility or whatever. That no, we didn't say it's a marine battery. Or deep cycle battery. We just said it has deep cycle power. Something, and I was just like, well, I know it's gonna last for one ride, so that's. It was like $110 or something, which is also another no, maybe it isn't an RV battery or whatever.
You might want to look up their site. They might explain a little more what it is.
Yeah. One of the guys that I met at the mini boat thing, his name is Alan Gluff. He says to give you best regards. He's live right now.
Oh, hey, Alan. How are you?
He had, you might have remembered this, a little Miss Sally with a pirate theme, and he had a cannon inside of
You're the
it.
dude with the
Yeah.
cannon. Oh
Yeah.
man, that was like I did not expect that. When it went off, it was like, what?
Boom!
What? That was great. That
Yeah.
was absolutely the coolest.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and it was, the camera didn't do it justice, but it was like a concussion of like air, just boom! It was so cool.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, so like I was saying earlier about people putting their own specialized stuff in your boat, and they're all so vastly different based on the same thing. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
usually people are putting in stereos.
It can, I believe, but he puts in just a one. It's like a black powder gun almost.
Curious to know if you've ever really shot a ball like somebody really pisses you off on the water.
Pop a hole in there.
Right.
The thing. Not bad. Don't know what that means. He's also a pilot. Flies his own airplane. It's cool.
Wow.
But so he was in the military and shot cannons for real, and so he had experience with it. I think it was just straight up black powder with a plug of toilet paper or something. But
I was telling Brian earlier how I watched his channel one day and I saw you guys getting together, and it just made me so jealous. I think you guys were in Illinois, you said?
yeah.
And I'm here in Seattle area in Washington, so would have loved to gotten together with you guys and had fun.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is fun. This is the first time I met Brian.
Yeah.
And cool dude.
Pleasure
Cool
was
dude.
all mine. But yeah, I guess I'll close this live off. Thanks for watching, everybody. A lot of people will see this live later on.
Oh, okay.
So it's cool because on TikTok, if you go live, it just goes away after that.
Right.
But on YouTube, it actually becomes a video. So that's kind of a cool way to film. But I'm sure a lot of this one is boring. But
Well, hopefully there's still some good days ahead where you can get out in your boat and have fun. I love them.
yeah. Yeah, we all do. Have a nice day, he says. All right, well, bye.